Alright guys, what is going on? This video is going to be me talking about what happened to my motherboard in this computer, and why I had to get it replaced. Now, originally, I was going to live stream me putting the new motherboard inside my computer. Then I decided I wanted to record it instead, and I would do a time lapse and put music in the background. I did that, but then I saw the video and nothing worked. The frames and all that were skipping. There was no like smooth shot except for when I first started the recording. So, real quick in this vlog, I just want to mention what happened beforehand and what motherboard I have in here now. And I kind of want to talk about that too. So before what had happened was I was cleaning my computer. If you guys remember the kind of like live stream small vlog that I did back in January 8th, which was actually 2 months ago. Exactly. I found out that my CPU socket pins were bent. And that was causing the computer to boot and all that, but it wasn't showing anything on the screen. Everything was running perfectly fine. Everything was running good, but nothing would work. Even the keyboard and mouse wouldn't turn on. And those are the first things that turns on when I boot up the computer, other than the lights on the fans and all that. So in doing that, I bought a new motherboard, and I'll actually leave a link to it in the description. It is an Asus H81M plus micro ATX motherboard. And the reason why I didn't go with an ATX is because they're so expensive and we don't have the money. That, and you know, it's kind of pointless putting something expensive in a computer that you're not going to be keeping for a while. Because once I move, I'm building 2 new computers instead of having this one. So the 2 new computers would be the gaming computer and a workstation. Which the workstation would be for like rendering videos, editing, and all that stuff. The gaming computer has in the name, gaming. It's gonna that's what it's gonna be for. So like I said, I did put a new motherboard in. I'll leave a link in the description below of the motherboard. I was having some issues with it in the beginning, which actually caused me to wipe out my whole computer. So I had nothing on my computer, and I had to start all over basically, which actually I think was the best thing too, because everything is running a lot faster than it was previously. I don't know what changed that, but everything's running faster. Everything boots up better. Everything like my games and all that. A lot of that runs really good now. And yeah, so I'm kind of fortunate that that actually happened too, because I actually got a chance to try out, like, because I love Asus, and I've never like had any of their stuff, so like that happening and being able to try out a product from a manufacturer that I really like that I've never had before, it's really cool. So at least I know that Asus makes really good stuff. Before I had an MSI, no, I had a I don't know. I think I had an I think I had an MSI. I don't know. I had some. Anyway, it broke. So this computer, I don't know what the plan is gonna be. Once I move, I don't know if I'm gonna be keeping this computer or if I'm gonna be selling it. Cause if I sell it, I already have a friend that wants to buy it. But if I keep it, I would just turn it into a desktop instead of like anything gaming. So I would probably have only like one monitor. I probably upgrade a little bit just so it's like better, with speed. Get completely new hard drives. I would keep the 1 terabyte in for like extra stuff, but I'd probably do an SSD for boot drive, and the programs and all that. Um, and probably keep the same graphics card. Probably upgrade the processor. I don't know. It really all depends on money at that time, and what I'm even gonna be doing with it. Because if I don't do anything with it, if I don't do anything with it, then it's just gonna be there. It would probably just be in my closet because I wouldn't be using it for anything. Um, but yeah. So anyway, like I really do love this motherboard. It's got like a lot of features, more than the MSI that I had. If it was an MSI, I think it was. Um, I do still have the old motherboard. Um, and yeah, like that and the CPU cooler is like the only thing that I've upgraded on this computer. Now, if I was keeping this computer, then I would upgrade it. But that was actually my plan originally. I was gonna upgrade the parts but keep the case. But the only problem was is that I was gonna upgrade the whole computer from the motherboard, to the processor, the RAM. I was gonna like strip out everything in the interior and replace all of it. And then me and my grandmother were thinking, like, what's the point of doing that when I can just build what I want, which is gonna be with a different case, different like graphics card, processor, all that stuff. Um, so it's all stuff you gotta think about. Like it's a custom computer. You can build it the way you want. Like you don't have to build it how anybody else wants. And if somebody tries to tell you, like don't do this, don't do that, you should only put this in it, like tell them to go fuck themselves. It's like for storage too. It's like if you want like let's say a 4 terabyte hard drive and somebody says stretch it out with 1 terabytes, but you're not going to be doing anything with the other hard drives. Like, let's say this. If you had a lot of games and you needed like a 3 or 4 terabyte hard drive and you want to get that, and somebody says, don't do that, you should do it like over 4 1 terabyte hard drives. But the thing is, you're probably only going to download everything on one drive then, because either you're not going to be thinking about the other drives or you're going to forget that they're there. So it's really like based all upon your opinion. It's like don't let anybody tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that. Just fucking build it the way you want. That's what I'm doing. A bunch of my friends have told me to build it a certain way. I was like, no, it's my computer. So that's the other thing too. I can't stand that. Like when somebody tells you you should build it a certain way, and then you tell them no because it's your personal computer, and you want to build it the way you want, they get all pissy. It's like, fine, go fuck yourself. It's like, what's the point? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm building my computers the way that I want, and that's what you should do too. Like, you know, even if you're not that big of a computer guy, of course you should have somebody, to help you out with all that. Like, you should always ask questions for that, especially if you're not big on computers, and especially if it's your first build. But like, if you know what you're doing, if you've built other computers before, and you're really into gaming, and you're really into doing all that stuff, build it the way you want. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I did get a new motherboard. I got everything fixed. Everything's up and running. It's been for the past month now. No, a little less than a month, almost a month though. But yeah, I have everything running. Everything's running perfect. So like, I had a lot of like boot issues. Like I was able to boot it up once without before I wiped out the hard drive, and then I had nothing but issues from there. So I eventually wiped it out. I reinstalled everything. I reinstalled Windows and all that stuff. So it all works out. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go because I I actually have a lot to do. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, the motherboard is down in the description below. And that's gonna be that for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love your faces, and I'll see you all in the next one.